Welcome to day one, week one, day one. So, I want to tell you this first off. Let me just go into this. I'm going to teach this class in my personality, okay? What I mean by that is that I'm going to be myself. I'm not going to try to be all professional. Let me teach you like this, you guys. Oh. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I'm comfortable in my skin. I want you to know what that look like for you to be comfortable in your skin. So I'm going to teach you in my personality the way I am. I will stumble on some words when I'm reading to you guys. A part of that is because I get tongue-tied. So I like to explain that to people when they start seeing me tripping on words or trying to pronounce or pronunciate a certain word, and I get the doing that. That's because my tongue is, I gotta relax my tongue, okay? So I slow it down when I read. I don't like to read too fast. I talk fast, but when it comes to my reading, I slow it down because of that reason. And plus, I want you to understand the information. So be patient. Remember, I said you need patience, right? Yes, be patient. I want to read to you the narcissistic persona. That is chapter 1. It's on page 11, but I'm not going to read the whole thing because you are going to read it. But I want to read the first paragraph because I want to teach you on what this is, okay? So, chapter 1, the first paragraph is the narcissistic persona. The term narcissistic persona is often used to describe individuals who exhibit traits associated with narcissistic personality disorder. That's NPD. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a constant need for attention and admiration, a lack of empathy for others, and often troubled relationships. Okay? So when you read that in the book, you will know what is going on. And you probably saying to yourself right now, I dealt with that. Exactly what is going on right now with the guy that I'm dating or the woman that I'm with. Oh my goodness. You know, you might be saying it to yourself. So I'm teaching you about this situation. So that way you will have an understanding what you're up against and why you're going through it. So also the traits. I want to talk about the traits. Let's talk about traits of narcissistic personality, the NPD. Number 1 is grandiosity, sense of self-importance, exacerbated achievements and talents. I know you have dealt with that, right? I know I did. So someone who thinks that they are so good at everything. He ain't that great, but to them, in their mind, they really believe that they're that great. Like, I am so good. You know, I'm the best at what I do. You know, they exacerbated it. Hey, like, really? Okay, they also expect to be recognized as superior without achieving what they want to be recognized for. So you got some of them, they feel like you need to acknowledge what they got going on, even though they don't have really nothing going on, but they want you to acknowledge them like they are the greatest thing ever. Number 2 is over conversation with fantasies. Now, what that is that they have grandiosity fantasies about unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Like they are the best at everything. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. I remember I used to always hear my ex-husband say to me, I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. I'm like, oh, you actually the worst thing that ever happened to me. But in his mind, he thought he was the best. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. Without me, you wouldn't have nobody. Oh, really? Without you, I would be better off. You know, that's what I would say to myself without going back and forth with him. I would say those things in my mind. But those are things he would say out loud. Like, he thought he was the best when he was actually really was the worst. But that's the kind of sense of fantasies they have in them. Number 3 is belief in specialness and uniqueness. So they believe they are special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high status people or institutions. So another example, I can have examples all day long because I experienced all this that I'm teaching you. Everything that I'm teaching you, I went through it, okay? I'm not teaching you something that I've never experienced. I went through this stuff. So one of the things he would say was, I'm a king. I'm a king. And he used to always say, this I would say out loud to him. You know, a king take care of his queen. A king don't have his queen out there working and paying all the bills. A king will make sure his queen is good. A king is good to his queen. Oh, I will go off. But I'm my king. I'm my king. Whew. Okay, so number 4, needs for excessive admiration. Requires constant excessive admiration and attention from others. Number 5, sense of entitlement. Has unreasonable expectations of favorable treatment and are automatic they have a complex about, it's crazy, they have a complex about the things that they feel that they should have. Like, I'm trying to think, that's why I'm probably talking about, because I'm trying to think about what is some of the things that they feel like they should have. So they think they should have the best of everything, like the best cars, the best place to live, the best going to the best schools, or let's say you have kids, the kids should go to the best school. I mean, they really feel like they should have the best of everything. Like, nothing should be less than, you know. They dress, got to be dressed a certain way. Oh, man, I used to deal with that. That dress in a certain way. Oof. You got to look like you got it going on, even if you don't. So then you have the personality. Their personality, they take advantage of others to achieve their own ends. Using others without considering the cost. Like, they don't care about how they treat you. This is what they do. And then, of course, number 7 is lack of empathy. What they have is unwillingness. So lack of empathy is unwillingness or unable to recognize or identify with feelings and needs of others. So they cannot identify that with you. So you might say, like, why don't he put himself in my shoes? Oh no, they don't do that. There's no way that's going to happen. They don't want to do it. First off, why would I put myself in your shoes? I'm better than you. You know, it's that kind of stuff. You know, you get that kind of treatment. Number 8 is envy of others or belief that others are envious of them. Yes, they often envy others. Number 9 is arrogant, hasty behaviors or attitudes. Display arrogant, hasty behaviors or attitude. They act superior and downful towards others. So what I want you to do, what I want you to remember is that these traits lead to significant impairment in personal, social, and occupational functions. People with NPD may have difficulty maintaining healthy relationships and often struggle with feelings of shame, vulnerability, and humility. So basically, they don't have the, when I'm saying about humility, like they feel humiliated. Like they feel like they are being humiliated, okay? And their grandiosity is what the reason why they do the things they do, because they know they're not, they know they ain't. I want to use the word so bad, but I don't want to make this vocal, but they know they ain't nothing. They know they ain't got it going on. They know that they are less than you. They know that they didn't accomplish the things that they should have accomplished in their life. They know this. They know that you're better than them, but they don't want you to feel that way. So they want to belittle you to make you feel less than them, so that way they can feel like they got power over you. And they know that they're not doing the things they should be doing in their lives. They already know this. This is something that they have been told by others, that they should have accomplished certain things in your life. So let me tell you, my ex-husband was 12 years older than me. Remember, I was 37 when we got together. So he was 12 years older than me. By the time I divorced him, he was 50, 51, something like that. And I realized that here it is, a 50-something-year-old man that don't have anything to show for his life. He don't have anything. And because he had nothing, he knew I had good credit when I got with him. That man messed my credit up. Here's an example of what happened. He had a broken tooth, and it was funny because we was at the Galleria Mall in Houston, so we was eating, and he just took a bite of something and his tooth broke. Well, that was a part of his diabetes. So that what happens when you have diabetes. He wasn't taking care of his health. So here we are sitting there, and he got this broken front tooth, and it looks crazy as I don't know what. I think I took a picture of that because I was laughing inside. But the thing, I did take a picture of that, I sure did. The thing about that is that when we went to the dentist, he didn't have no money, of course, because he wasn't working, so there was no insurance for him. I had to pay for his dental work, which he needed a root canal on top of that. And so they was like, well, you can finance it if you don't want to pay it all up front. And that's what I did. And he begged me to do it, telling me that he was going to help me pay. How can you help me pay for something you ain't even getting a job? I'm going to get a job and I'm going to help you pay for this. Never once did he get a job to help me pay for it. So that kept coming in on me. And not just that, even went further with other things that happened with my credit, him using my name for things. And I'm telling you, what you have to realize is that you have the power, not that person. But I'm teaching you how to get your power back because you gave it away. That is week 1, day 1. So tomorrow we will go ahead and get started with week 1, day 2. We're going to get started with day 2. What I want you to know is that while you are waiting for tomorrow, go ahead and start on your assignment. You can do your work, your assignment. That's the reason why I gave it to you ahead of time, because you can do the assignment at any time. You don't have to wait to the last 4 days of the week to get started. Just go ahead and start on it now, because when it gets time for you to get busy in your life, you want to make sure you have time to